Good morning, Vietnam. You guys know what that's from? You guys ever seen a Robin Williams movie? It's called Good Morning Vietnam. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Anyway, welcome to episode 78, everybody. This is the Winter Blues Blueprint we're going to be going over here today. This show is brought to you by the School of Shred Online Health Academy, the world's first online health academy where you get weekly assignments, weekly live classes, and a student body to keep you accountable. You can learn more at theschoolofshred.com. You can sign up. You can enroll there. The show is here every day, Monday through Friday during the week. Weekends don't count. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have a Q&A Friday coming up. So tomorrow we have our big weekly Q&A, all right? So we're collecting questions and we're going to serve out those answers to you as soon as we get all of our questions in tonight by midnight. So as you guys are showing up, go ahead and throw me a flex emoji in the comments. Throw me a little bit of fire and flames in the comments. Let me know that you want to learn something today because we got some good stuff to go over. We're going to go over Winter Blues Blueprint. What's up, Michael? Good morning. What's up, Instagram? Shout out to Instagram. Just because I like to do shout outs on Instagram. Instagram, you do shout outs. You know, you can pay for shout outs on Instagram. You used to be able to. I don't think you can do it anymore. I don't think you can. I got ripped off one time trying to do that, actually. You guys want to hear a story? I'm not going to drop the person's name, but they were running a page. This is like 5 years ago, and I was trying to do some modeling and stuff. 5 years ago, I spent like it was like $80, but person never gave me the shout out. And I was trying to go for them likes, man. I was trying to get a following because the photographer I shot with in LA, he's a big guy in the industry and does a lot of covers for health magazines and whatnot. And he's like, you got to grow your social media. I'm like, okay, cool. So I tried to utilize the tools that I had and got ripped off. So there's the story. That is not why I am sad, though. Seasonal affectiveness disorder. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about winter blues and a blueprint that you might be able to utilize as we get into these fall and winter months so you can create positivity and abundance in your life as we go into these awesome months that are ahead of us. But it does get a little dark. It does get a little dark in the winter. It can be hard on the mindset, on the mental and spiritual health. And so I think starting to look at some rituals that we could use right now or develop will help us as we navigate this territory, especially right now, you guys, you know, with COVID. You know I'm going to struggle with it most likely. You'll probably be struggling with it as well. But I have some cool tools that I want to share with you that can hopefully help you. You know, if you feel a little cooped up, like a little chicken cooped up because of COVID, that might be a good t-shirt. Cooped up because of COVID. But if you're cooped up and you find your mental health kind of going, there's a few things I want to talk about today and give you a few tools, okay? You can take them or you can leave them, just like anything on this show, but I'm just here to try and stack some value on your day and help you reawaken your holistic health and fitness. So get out your pen and your journal and let's get into this quick training here. So the first thing that we kind of want to acknowledge is you know, as we get into fall and winter, it starts to get rainy. The sun isn't around. So we're going to run into vitamin D deficiencies, which is absolutely imperative to overall health. So vitamin D is a steroidal hormone, more so than a vitamin. It creates a lot of processes in the body. It helps assist with from strong bones to strong muscles. And I mean, the list is, it's almost seems, I don't know. I don't know the word that I'm looking for, but it does so many things. It like literally helps assist with every function in the human body. So, I mean, you can kind of just go ahead and say that as opposed to listing off individual ones. I always thought it was more of like bone formation and it was good for you in that regard. But it converts cholesterols. There's all sorts of good stuff that vitamin D does. So anyway, we're not going to get as much of that when the winter comes. When the winter months come, we don't get as much sun. So that right there is going to affect us, our physiology. And so there's some things that we can do there as far as supplementing with vitamin D can be an important thing to do, especially here in the Pacific Northwest. Shout out to everybody watching and listening in the Pacific Northwest. That's specifically speaking of Seattle, Bellevue, but we could say shout out to everybody down in Oregon too, down in the beautiful woods down there. But we don't get as much sun in the wintertime. So vitamin D can be important, but when you're not getting that, that can have a negative effect on your health. So, with that said, there's also the rain. So rain will keep you cooped up inside. And when you're cooped up inside, a lot of times we're trying to kill time. We might just watch movies and eat more food, and we could gain more weight. And as we eat more food, it might not be the best food. So it might cause inflammation. That might cause some mild brain inflammation, which can cause some mental health issues. We have to consider the effect of inflammation on all of our systems. And so if we're not able to think clearly, it could be due to inflammation in the brain or the gut. The gut is so closely related to the brain and tied to the brain that we want to be acknowledging that and how it creates serotonin, which is a happy hormone. So the foods we eat and having a gut that is not overpermeable is important. So with that said, those are just a couple things that we're not going to get, but what are we going to get? Well, let's look to get outside daily if possible. Get outside, get some fresh air. We've talked about before on this show steps and a minimal step count that you come up with. I set that up for all the students at the School of Shred, and we talk about that. We had our first class last night. We talked about that, and we got class 101. It was their first class of their 12-week program, and we went over their step tracking, and I'm going to taper that for them. And we were talking about how we can do that in numerous ways. We can do that through numerous small walks a day, which I just came out of a cycle of doing a lot of those, or we can do one long walk. We can go for a run. It doesn't matter, but what matters is the step count because it keeps you consistent and on track, whether you're wanting to run it as a form of cardio or if you're wanting to just get your NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis up. But getting outside in the elements, I have found to be very, very potent in my mental health during the winter months. And whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it seasonal effectiveness disorder, that's fine. But your mitochondria aren't getting stimulated from sunshine. Your circadian rhythm can fall apart because it gets dark early. It gets light out late in the day. So you're getting this smaller window of time. Our clocks change. There's a lot of things that are kind of stacked up. So I find that getting outside helps regulate that circadian rhythm. So if you get outside, go for a walk. That's the most important thing I find for myself is to try and get out in the elements. Even if it's cold out, bundle up, go for a walk, get some fresh air, count your blessings. The other thing is going to be kind of a bonus on this get outside thing is going to be exercise. Now exercise, you don't have to exercise outside. Walking is exercise, but if you can run outside, that's great. But just exercising in general, if you pick up your activity levels, if you're going back to the gym, great. If you're working out from home, great. All the students at the school are working out from home right now, but gyms are open as well. I have my private clientele coming back. So exercising more is going to help release those endorphins that are associated with good, positive mental attitude. So exercise helps a ton. I typically will train a little harder during the winter just because it actually helps my mindset more than my body, my physiology. I'm more worried about my mind and nourishing that. The second thing is going to be do daily gratitude. So this is a good one. If you find yourself falling into a bit of depression here because the winter months are coming or whatever it is, I mean, you could be getting a bit depressed for a few different reasons here, but which is fine. No one's immune to this. But what you do need to take responsibility for is finding tools to help get you out. All right, to help get yourself out of this spot that you might find yourself in. Hopefully you don't, but you probably will. That's just life. So one of the things that you can try doing is a daily gratitude. So you can, speak from your heart with people in person or on the phone, give gratitude or just think it. So think about somebody in your life, send them some love. Think about all the things you're grateful for in your life. What do you have in your life? Think from a a mindset of abundance, not a mindset of scarcity. That was in a book I just read called The Compassionate Samurai, and it talks about this idea of you can train yourself into scarcity or you can train yourself into abundance, which is one of the reasons that it is recommended to donate money. Donating money keeps you out of that scarcity mindset, keeps you in that state of abundance. So you could also donate. You could donate money, even if you're strapped on cash right now. If you take 10% of what you got and you donate it, that might help you. That might help you count your blessings. But you can journal daily if you want to. You can just meditate on this. You can think about all the blessings that you have in your life. This will really, really help, because you cannot be depressed with gratitude. If you're grateful for your life, you're not going to be depressed. And so this is especially important. And then the last thing is just find the beauty. So find the beauty in the fall months, in the winter months. Getting outside, you can enjoy this. Going for a walk. I know there's places that we have where I'm at where you can go out and they do light shows, and get out in the elements a little bit and go enjoy all the seasons. Try decorating your house a little bit for the holidays if you usually don't do that. That will make you feel better if you're more in the holiday spirit. Typically I grew up, the holidays were real stressful financially for my family. But it shouldn't be. You should train yourself to enjoy these months and to do the little things like decorating. Like we've already decorated for Halloween at my house, which is my favorite part of the holidays. I get to decorate and find the beauty in the fall months by getting together with your loved ones as much as you can. Community will help with any kind of mental health issues that might pop up. If you get a little bit sad, it's good to have a strong support system around you. Get with your family. That will also magnify your gratitude. Okay. And then the last thing is just take complete responsibility and ownership for your mental health. Okay. If it's not where you need to be, if you're not where you want to be right now, or you're getting sad, you got to control your mindset. Your mindset is the most important thing that you can control. So I've talked about this before. Everything is basically just a reiteration on this show. I'll give it to you in 1,001 ways. But reading good books, okay? Reading life-speaking books. You can call them self-help books if you want. Reading things that talk about mindset and perseverance and developing and callousing your mind. This right here will help you through this stuff. If you have a strong mindset, you can get through anything. It's the most important thing we can have. It's the most important thing that we need to protect. And the way we can protect that is listening to positive audio books, reading good books, find biographies that are inspiring to you. Read those. Mindset books like Napoleon Hill is my favorite author, or The Compassionate Samurai that I just brought up. So those are good, because when you take responsibility for your mental health, you find your own tools. And so this stuff can really help. It's really helped me. So this is just speaking from experience here today. So that's episode 78, the Winter Blues Blueprint. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the comments. Throw me some fire if you guys are still with me right now as we wrap this show up. So we will be back tomorrow with a Q&A. I want you guys to ask questions like I just said. We'll be back at 9 a.m. So have a great day. Visit theschoolofshred.com if you are interested in enrolling for the November class 202 at the School of Shred Online Health Academy. We just had class 101's first live class last night. It was a joy. It was a privilege. We had fun. We got 6 people in the first class. So looking to do 6 to 10 more over the next month. I'm trying to collect you guys so we can get after it next month. So it's a 3-month journey, a 3-month program. We have weekly live meetups, weekly live classes where we share our assignments. We have weekly assignments. You have an exercise library with yours truly doing hard body weight exercise from home. You can do all of this program from home. So this is totally COVID proof. So if you're working from home and you're trying to stay at home, or you don't want to go back to the gym yet, this program is for you. If you're strapped for time, this program is for you as well. So go to theschoolofshred.com, okay, or johnreedfitness.com, and you will find the Join Courses button. With that said, I want you guys to stay strong and healthy in body, stay relentless and energized in your spirits, and stay determined in your pursuits today, school. That spells shred. Now go shred the day and get better in every way. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Q&A Friday, episode 79.